The Bushes for sure were New World Order for sure.
100%.
Like, and almost like George Bush was
the leader
of that shit.
Yeah.
I just think that,
or the top general. I'm sure there's people above.
yeah,
him.
there's above, the Rothschilds and above that.
I think the Bushes are right there with the Rockefellers.
family.
The Bushes and the Rockefellers are same level. That's what I think.
They're Bushes maybe aren't original 13, but they're pretty much
Dude,
like
Bushes go back to the turn of the century, back when George Sr.'s grandfather.
Yeah,
His father was Prescott Bush, but his grandfather was Samuel Bush, and that guy was Frank Rockefeller's right-hand man. So they've been intertwined with the Rockefellers over 100 years.
Yeah. I mean, like, the dude straight up worked with Nazis.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting. And now we have this move by YouTube to censor Nazi videos. And it sounds like that's a really great thing, right? It's like, oh, yeah, get rid of the bad Nazis. But then you got to go back, who started, CIA starts Google. Google buys YouTube, rechanges their name to Alphabet. But who starts Google? CIA. Who started the CIA? The Nazis. So it's almost like they're not even trying to censor it. They're just more cleaning up their tracks at that point, Yeah,
you just look at everything that YouTube's trying to censor, and then, that'll give you a good idea of what the truth is. You know what I mean? Whatever they're trying to bury, there's a reason they're burying it.
And it's just so weird because it's like you could literally like put out a conspiracy that they want, like a Russian collusion conspiracy, and they won't touch it. And then you put out something that hits close to the power, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, this got demonetized. I don't really care if my channel gets demonetized. That doesn't mean anything to me. I've always been demonetized, so that's just
I don't give
that's
a shit.
part of my life. I earn my dollars. Talk about American-made boner pills, okay?
Yeah.
That you get for promo code HAT. All right. So I don't really mind when I see that yellow dollar sign.
I've never taken a penny from YouTube, or I've never monetized any of my shit. I don't give a shit about
Is this
that.
book burning? Do you see it as book burning? What's going on?
Absolutely.
They're not censoring aliens no more. And you called that a long time ago.
Yeah, of course.
Now they're
not.
just
They
pushing
want-
it now. There's a lot of podcasts.
They've always
Yeah.
want aliens. They're preparing us for the ultimate event that will have us embracing the New World Order. And the only way we're going to embrace the New World Order is if there's an alien threat. That's what this is all about. That's what all of it. Since, 1945, the end of World War II, right? Operation Paperclip. We get half the Nazis. They get half. Russia gets half the Nazis. It just turns out that we become the two superpowers.
Wouldn't you love to be at that draft? Okay, picking with the first pick in the draft. The United States selects Von Braun.
Yeah, with the first pick. So we get half the Nazis. Russia gets the other half. Russia, who fakes space? Russia and the United States. We fake space. Who has like super like MK Ultra programs? Russia and the United States. So it was like who was trying to scare their own people with fake UFOs that they built? The Nazis. The Nazis were doing that. They did that. No one disputes that. So when we took the Nazis, they were probably surprised that we weren't trying to scare our people with aliens. Go, dude, you guys aren't on aliens yet? What the fuck are you doing? So they were like right away, 1947, Roswell. That was some bullshit. That shit wasn't real. That's part of the whole fake alien invasion. They right away, all these comic books in the 50s came out, nothing but space and Mars attacks and all these shitty ass movies of Martians and Martian this, Martian that. They're gonna attack us. Everything. Star Trek was created by a Freemason. All the astronauts are Freemasons. 2001 Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick, Werner von Braun. Directed all 6 moon missions. His best friend is Walt fucking Disney. Walt Disney's balls deep in creating science fiction in space before it, dude, just it's mind-boggling that red flags aren't up for everybody. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Why do you think people fight it so hard?
The indoctrination is so strong, dude. You grow up with all you see is space. E.T., Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, space. I sit there and I watch the latest animated movies with my son, cartoons. Space is in everything. They have space in everything. That's the number one component of a children's program. They're going to throw space in there and aliens and all that shit. And then dinosaurs too. They throw a lot of dinosaurs in there. So by the time you're in your 20s or 30s and people start questioning it, there's no way you're gonna think that's the stupidest shit ever. You walk into a class from day one, there's a globe in your class, all that shit. Come on, man. Come on.
It is. They are stubborn when it comes to being lied to.
Yeah. It's the craziest thing ever. Flat Earth is the craziest thing, but guess what, dude? It's fucking flat, dude. And everyone is going to find out eventually. No one ever gets into flat Earth and then turns back. You don't. It's like Santa Claus. When you find out Santa Claus isn't real, people don't go back and say, you know what, I'm starting to believe in Santa Claus again. No, it's the same fucking thing, dude. Water is level. That's the science of water. Everyone's talking about science. The science of water
Explain that to somebody
level.
turning in. What do you mean by water and level? You're saying that water
is always level no matter what.
Can't, like if this was like, let's say I had a ball here, right? And I was having water shoot down it, it wouldn't go around the ball?
It'd go around and drip off.
Like this? It wouldn't go around it. Is that what you're saying?
It'd fall.
No, it would just fall off. It would just drip off. Imagine a tennis ball that's wet and you spin it. What happens? The water flies off. Eric Dubay would smash Neil deGrasse Tyson. With science. The science of water is it's always level. The Earth is 70% water. We should be able to find curvature in the ocean. On land is uneven. You really can't. It's unpredictable land. You really can't measure curve correctly. But in the ocean, we're 75% water. There should be, if the water is curved, it curves at a certain consistent rate. And they've already figured that out. They figured it out. If we're on a ball that's 25,000 miles in circumference, that's what they say. That's what school will tell you. That's what the textbooks tell you. We're a ball that's 25,000 miles in circumference. At that size, the ball should curve at a rate of 8 inches per mile squared, not 816. It's 8 and then 32. At that rate, no one disputes that. All the people battling, there's people that battle flat Earth. There's just all these battles going on. There's battles everywhere on YouTube. They all know the formula. And with that formula, at 100 miles in the ocean, there should be 6,600 feet of curvature. But how do Navy ships target other ships 100 miles away? How do they do that? They take pictures. They have a laser that targets other ships 100 miles away. It's impossible. That's impossible.
How high do you have to go,
flat.
do they say, for you to
They
see
say 10,000.
curvature?
They say 10,000.
what?
10,000 feet.
No.
That's what they
Neil
said. That's
deGrasse
what someone
Tyson.
said.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Okay, ships or airlines, they travel at 35,000 feet on average,
Yeah.
right? So, and then people always say, oh, look at a fucking plane. You can see the fucking curve. No, dumbass. You can't see,
can't
curve
see the curve.
at 35.
I keep trying
Because
to
your
look
boy
for it.
Neil Tyson, he said that you can't even see the curve of the Earth at 110,000 feet. Planes fly at 35,000 feet. And Neil deGrasse Tyson, there's a video. All the video, the shit he says, dude, it's all over like the flat Earth community. They dissect all that shit. And there's a video, and the reason why he says that is because there's all these amateur balloon cameras at they go up, they stop at 110,000 feet. They don't really get any higher than that. But at 110,000 feet, it's still flat. Right? So Neil deGrasse Tyson had to come out and say, the world is so big that even at 110,000 feet, you still can't see the curve. Even at 110,000 feet, it still looks flat. You're just not high enough. So that's very interesting that he says that, because you got all these fucking idiots saying that they see the curve of the Earth at 35,000 feet. Shut the fuck up. Listen to your boy Neil deGrasse Tyson. Shut up with that shit. You know what I mean? And then all that shit with Steve-O, and he's saying, yeah, the Red Bull jump, and I saw the curve. That was about 100,000 feet, dude. Your boy Neil deGrasse Tyson said there's no curve.
Now, you know, I don't. It's fine. He wants to. I don't have a problem if he does it, but the honesty of it would greatly diminish what I think people thought he was actually doing. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. Right. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, wow, he's in space, look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat.
Oh, and then you have all those pictures, those fake ass fish-eyed lens pictures. Everyone gets fooled with the fish-eyed lens. They all get fooled. They're these fake ass pictures of the International Space Station. It's a picture of Earth. They're supposedly on the International Space Station. You could find one of those international picture of Earth from There's gonna be like a little. On the side. You're gonna see like a little solar panel, a little arm to let you know they're on the International Space Station. And then they show you the Earth curved, and it's a fisheye lens. It's basically a picture from maybe 100,000 feet on a plane. They take a picture and then they just put with a fisheye lens, and then they look at that shit. This is the shit you see all day. All day. Find one. They see that? There it is, the solar panel. What did I tell you?
Yeah, he did call it a solar panel. He's like, the solar panel.
Dude,
right there.
all the pictures are like that. People are so fooled. They think that's a picture from International Space Station. And they curve it. Look at that. All of them. Look at that. It's bullshit, dude. Come on. And people buy it. They believe it, dude. They believe all that shit. Look at that. See the tops of that? Look at that. Oh, we're from the International Space Station. Look. Oh, you think that's a
That's definitely a fisheye
dude,
lens.
they're all fisheye lens, dude. That's how they get people. People are so fucking retarded. Like, how many times they got to fake the moon mission before you don't believe shit coming from them? How many times? Me at 6. Some people might be 20. I'll still give them another chance. I believe in them.
Do you think that those people from the Challenger are still alive that blew up?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Can you look that up? Look up Challenger crew still alive. Live after explosion. Now, go click on images real quick. This is so interesting. I can't wait to get Aaron's thoughts on this. This will be click on that. Okay, so if you go through this picture, these are pictures of these astronauts at that time, and then people who have the exact same names except for the black guy and the Asian, who are supposedly twins of theirs, okay? So they're supposed to be the twins, but everybody else pretty much has the exact same name, okay? So keep that open. Open up another one. And let's see the names that are supposedly still alive. Now, it's so interesting because they didn't know the internet was going to be around at this time.
Yeah.
So they didn't even think about changing their names up.
1986, I think.
Right? So it wasn't even close to this. So you go, go click on space.com. Okay. See if we can get the names of there it is. There it is. Go click it. Okay, yeah. And get that one over there. Over. Nope. There you go. Yeah, click on that. That's the names of these guys, okay? So each one of these have a name, right? Except I think Greg. They can't find who Greg, and he's probably the one who was like, fuck you, I ain't changing my life. Oh, boom, suicide, right? But everybody else has somebody that has their similar name. Like Dick Scorby is like Rick Scorby, right? And then if you go up. So
where?
You can find where the names they give you. Oh, there. Go to that one. Go over. Nope. Oh, that one. I think that's it. Yeah, they give you their names and what the real names are. Nope, that's not it.
No, that's not them. Yeah.
So it's crazy how they're still alive. It's so freaking weird.
If I had to guess, nobody is going on those space shuttles. They just launch them. There's nobody in there. They launch them. They land in space.
Click on that one, dude. Up one. There you go. That one right there. Where they show you their faces. Yeah. And it's basically the same people. Look at that one in the bottom. It's the same guy. Yeah, and they all have the same name. They all have the same name.
Yeah, they were never on the space shuttle. I don't think anybody's on the space shuttle. I think they just launch them, and they land in the ocean or whatever, or maybe they're just high altitude planes. But what happened probably is that space shuttle blew up, and that was an accident. And now they go, now what do we do? We're supposed to be dead. And they just said, fuck it.
Look at that. That's her name. Sharon Christina whatever her name is.
McAuliffe.
And then look at what her name is. Sharon A. McAuliffe. Like, she didn't even change her name, man.
Yeah. She changed her middle name.
No, but
She changed her middle name, dude. It's just Sharon McAuliffe.
Yeah.
She,
Yeah, she did. Like, they don't even change their names because they never knew that the internet was going to be around. So they didn't expect that the people would be able to go back and look at them. Right?
Yeah.
It's so.
At what point do you get suspicious? At what point?
Oh, I don't trust
At
NASA
what
as
fucking
far as
point?
I can kick it. Okay? Go up to click that one. Click that one right there with the chick. No. Up there. Second to last. Yeah, that one. Nope. Okay, you just lost it. Okay, go where they show the
You need a red pointer. Like
where the
laser
before
pointer.
and after. All right? See that down there? If you look at that chick right there, if you look at her,
Dude, that's so her.
yeah, look at the way
Same
she
name.
smiles.
She didn't even change her name.
Yeah, and just at the smile, like the little click, like they point out how their facial features are exactly the same. Their haircuts are exactly the same. It's so hilarious. It's just unbelievable how nobody sees this. It's just unbelievable how nobody gives a shit. It's unbelievable.
Indoctrination is strong, dude.
You know why? They just can't believe. I love that Aaron's sleeping during the big 200. It's the big 200. This is the big fat party, and you're over there sleeping when we're over here partying like it's 19. When is this? 86 when this thing exploded. So I want to get into. So if it's flat, we're gonna give you. It's flat. Is it infinite?
No one knows.
And it just keeps going.
We don't know.
Like some weird GIF on fucking the internet.
Nobody's
Well, they
seen a
say
picture.
space is like that. They say space is infinity.
Yeah, so why not an infinite plane? Who knows?
I mean-
don't know.
Are you a flat earther, XG?
No, but every time-
Are you
They're fucking
married
me.
to the ball? Are you married?
No,
to-
fuck no. I'm not
okay,
married to
so
shit.
once you say you're not married to the ball, you're on your way, dude. It takes about 2 years. Trust me, you don't go back. Once you start questioning and then you start looking into it, and then once you get into a little tiny discussion or argument with your friend about it, now you got to prove
You know how
your
often
shit.
it happens at a bar now?
Oh yeah,
What do you do? Oh, I do conspiracies. Oh, you believe in flat Earth? And then I'm like, oh, it's not that I don't.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you're on your way, dude.
and then I
You're
get
on your way.
and then I get two type of people. One, they get really fucking upset. They think I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
And then other ones were like, dude, no fucking way. So am I. I don't tell no one.
Yeah.
But so am I. And they get like
Dude,
these secret guys.
I get some awesome flat Earth information from a UFC Hall of Famer, former champion, super famous in the broadcasting part. He doesn't want anybody to know because
Ronnie Lott.
he doesn't want anybody to know because obviously there's a chance that it could
Blow up in his face.
ruin his broadcasting career or whatever, you know what I mean? So he knows more about flat Earth than most guys I know. And he just sent me a bunch of cool documents from NASA and the Russian space program, all talking about things that are on a flat plane, like in regards to flat Earth. It's pretty crazy, man.
I admit, I'm afraid to commit either way. I'm afraid to commit.
No, you are because of the ridicule. I was too for like a year
But
and
you
a
can
half. 2
choke
years.
motherfuckers out. I have to sit there and be like,
Nobody's gonna
"Yeah."
fight. It's not like wearing a MAGA hat. You know? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you had a flat Earth hat and people got violent with you? That'd be crazy.
Map that they put out that like they hadn't even discovered Antarctica yet, but somehow it's on this fucking map.
There's a lot of crazy old maps.
And how
out there.
crazy is it if you do a flat, or if you make the Earth flat, the center is Israel?
No, the center is North Pole.
No, look it up.
The center of the flat Earth model is
No,
the
I'm
North
saying
Pole.
if you took, if you took the Earth, right, and you flattened it out right in the middle, I think,
is North Pole.
depending on where you flatten it, right?
It depends
Well-
where you plan it at.
Yeah, I mean, but if you flatten it the flat Earth model is really kind of like looking over the North Pole, and then like if this was a ball, they would open up, in the middle is the North Pole.
And the South Pole would kind of be
Because
like,
like one thing we know for sure is compasses. There's some magnetic force in the north, right? That's one thing we know for sure. I don't need to read a study that says compasses point to some magnetic force in the north. There's something that's fucking making these things point to the fucking north, dude.